All right, y'all, we're live. Let's go. We're here.
We have a special episode today.
You guys aren't even ready. Like, the amount of wisdom we're about to get is insanity. Welcome back to the Life is Bittersweet podcast.
Welcome back. I'm happy to be back. I missed last week. I apologize.
Yeah,
I'm back though.
dweeb.
We're here. It's all right. Listen.
What were you doing? Tell everybody what were you doing. Oh, you were just like having a good time.
Yeah, I was out of town.
Yeah, you're out of town.
But I'm happy to be back, and I wouldn't want to be more happy to be back with these two amazing people.
How you guys doing?
Okay, so
Des,
today,
give me the intro.
oh my gosh. So I'm going to give an intro, but let me just say that we learn the most from the youth. And so today we have two of the most amazing kids I have ever met in my 27 years of life. And I do not say that lightly. You guys inspire me. We have Brody Rybar and Everly Rybar. They are brother and sister, and they are a force to be reckoned with in so many ways. And gosh, where do I even start with them? They are just, I don't know, guys. So tell everyone, let's see.
I mean, we can start with,
yeah.
I mean, we turned up on my birthday.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
We turned up on my birthday.
Yeah, this man right here is amazing.
This man, right?
He helped me do a mansion party with you and then, who's the other girl? I don't even know.
My business partner, Sean, is his mom.
Yeah.
Me and Sean's mom share a birthday. So we had a little joint birthday
He's like,
party.
who's that other girl?
And this, I don't even want to call you a kid because you don't act like a kid.
I felt like weird calling them kids.
But this young man and this young woman, Brody ended up DJing my party in front of 100, 200 plus people and absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely just we had a blast. And Everly was killing it on the dance floor. We had a great time.
So if you guys are listening, just to give you a little backstory, Brody is 11 years old. Everly is 9 years old. And they both make music. They are both involved in music. Brody is an independent artist and he's a DJ. And Everly is an actress, singer, songwriter, tumbling star. And
Thank you.
they're like family to me. And I've had the privilege of working with both of them in different ways. I get to teach Everly voice lessons and she gets to teach me about life, literally. And I've just seen Brody growing up for the past 2.5 years. I helped him get his first DJing gig because when you see talent, it doesn't matter like what age they are, you should try to like uplift them. And I know that for me, when I was growing up and I was a kid, I was bullied, didn't have that nice of a life, and music was my escape and where I found my happiness. And so seeing them do this is like the most amazing thing in the world. And I'm excited for you guys to speak because you guys, okay, so I'm gonna let you guys have the floor. This is your first podcast.
Yeah.
This podcast is called Life is Bittersweet, and it's actually about how in life we have good moments and bad moments. And sometimes our low moments, they're the best things that could ever happen to us because we grow through them, right? And so that's kind of what the podcast is about. But I want to see, do you guys have any questions for me and Matt today?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Everly's ready.
Already?
She's like, I came prepared, guys. All right.
Yeah, I was thinking about it a lot at school. So what inspired you to make music? Like, what is there any person or anything that inspired you to make music?
Yeah, so my dad didn't have the same privilege you guys have, where my dad wanted to do music when he was growing up, and his dad was like, you can't do music, you have to be a doctor. And a lot of parents, they literally tell you what you need to do with your life, and they don't let you choose. And so they said, you have to go to medical school, you have to get a normal job. They made him quit the band he was in, and then he ended up doing something else and having a great career. But he always told me growing up, he was like, Des, like, I never got to live music, and I love music, and you're so talented. And so part of it was that I kind of wanted to do it for my dad, because my dad would like literally live through me because I was like living his dream for a while. But there's two events that happened in my life that made me really pursue music. One of them was the night before my grandmother passed away, which my grandparents passed away when I was very young. I was singing in the bathroom and we had a family dinner, and I came downstairs, and the last thing she ever said to me, which I didn't know was the last thing she was going to say to me, was, "You are becoming such a beautiful woman and you have such a beautiful voice." Well, that was the last thing my grandmother ever said to me. The next day she was in the hospital with like a brain tumor, and I never saw her again.
Wow.
Literally. I didn't know that at the time. And she was always telling me that I could sing. Like my whole childhood, she was like, Des, you're such an amazing singer. And so that's one event. And the second event that happened was when I was a kid. I was a chunky Spanish-looking girl. I didn't have many friends, and maybe you can tell me if you've ever been bullied, but I was getting bullied a lot in school, probably till I was like 14. So it was like long-lived. And the first time I ever felt at home was doing music. And I remember doing my first song I sang, "Oh Holy Night," at my Christian school at church on stage. I was 8 years old, and it was like the best moment of my life. And ever since then, I was like, "Ooh, this feels like home." And then I started pursuing music ever since, and those 3 events really pushed me. So, which is funny because what I'm talking about, like music is something that makes me happy, but the things that pushed me to do it necessarily aren't happy moments.
Yeah.
So that's what inspired me.
That's amazing.
To tell a long story, what inspires you, Everly May, to make music? How did you get into music? Because your brother's doing music, so there's a little bit of a thing going on, because I know you guys push each other. So let's talk about that. How does that work? You make music, you make music.
So my brother started like DJing when he was really young, about like 8 years old, right?
Yeah.
Like around 8, around my age kind of. And I always wanted to do what my brother did. And I always would like follow him. Like whenever he learned something new, I'm like, ooh, I should go do that or practice it or something. And I like followed my brother, and he really inspired me to do singing and stuff. And my dad also grew up playing guitar, and he's really, really good at guitar. And he kind of taught me some. and he kind of taught me some, and I recently got a guitar, and I've been playing on it and writing music, and yeah, also like Taylor Swift and stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to Swift.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's mostly who inspires me. But Brody really have helped me in music a lot.
How was that
That's
watching
so
your sister,
amazing.
Brody?
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. I mean, just watching her like grow up. It's weird, but it's also cool. And I just think one day I'm gonna have to be fighting off all the boys. I'm gonna be like, oh, nope, not you. Wait, maybe you. Nah. And it's just, yeah, watching her grow up and learn guitar, and watching her write music. The other day, she was talking to God in this song, and I was like, wow, like you've grown so much, and how much you've wrote and been writing, and it's really crazy how much you've grown up.
Yeah.
Since you were 6, I remember you were playing with dolls, and now you're writing music.
It's
like,
only
what?
3 years. Like it's
Yeah.
3 year difference. I think that's so amazing, and like the way you guys, are to each other. I think it's like so amazing and like such an inspiration of like how much you support each other and like the dynamic you have as brother and sister. Because it's so different for me growing up. Like I would always just fight with my sister. And, like, I don't, maybe you guys fight and like we don't see what goes on at home, but it seems like you guys support each other in such like a magnificent way. It's really amazing to see. I mean, how for you, Brody, like knowing that your sister like watches like everything that you do, like how does that inspire you to just like set a good example? And like again, like you're 11, like like thinking the way you think at 11 years old is very, very rare, and like that's why we're so happy to have you guys here, and you guys have such an amazing family, and like literally like the perfect family. We talk about it.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Goals.
But what is it for you, and kind of like the mindset that you've developed to like know that like obviously you want to be a good role model to your sister, but also the people around you, and how's that formulated?
I mean, I'm just trying to like set the greatest example, because I know sometimes a lot of people or because she follows like what I do,
Right.
and I know I'm trying to like, obviously, again, set a great example because mess ups could also affect her, and try and set the best example. Like she'll come in the studio and watch me record and write music, and then she'll come in and be like, do this instead, and it ends up working way better than I thought.
It's
And
amazing.
it's like, it's crazy because it's like she's getting as good as me at 9 years old. Imagine what she's going to be like at my age,
Yeah.
which is going to be crazy to think.
Thank you.
Very crazy.
So you guys are so confident in everything that you do. You guys walk into a room, you own the room, you are fearless. Where does that come from, and what would you tell people that are listening to this that are not so confident in themselves? Like, what do you guys think about when you are going through those things?
Well, when you're going through hard times, you just have to think about the good in front of you and not think so much about the past. Because I remember when I was young, I would really kind of not that too young, but I would really think about.
Because you're not young now.
Yeah, 'cause you're
Yeah,
not
I
young.
meant like younger than I am.
Yeah, right.
now.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got it.
But I would really think about the past, and I would think about the bad in the past. And now I think it's better to not think about the past and just think of what's better in front of you. And if you're not confident, just, think that you're perfect just the way you are. And you don't have to change anything. When you see, like, go on YouTube or go on, like, Instagram or whatever, and you see girls or boys doing things that you think, oh, I want to do that, but you're not perfect just like them. That's fine because it's your own way, and that's like, maybe if you do that, maybe other people would be like, ooh, I want to do it like that girl, or I want to do this, or it's just really cool. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's such an
she just
amazing
spoke
answer.
the word for me. I was going to say almost exactly that, where it's like, you go on social media and stuff, and you'll be like, oh, I want to be like them. But what they don't realize is you got to be yourself. And it's like she also said, you can't just be looking at the past and be like, I wish I could redo that. You should look forward and be like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do this. And this is what I'm doing. And then other things will come along and be like, oh, look at that. Look at what I've become. Look at everything that I've done. And then people will get like nervous and they'll have like depression and anxiety and stuff. And it's like, you just got to think of the good things in your life other than things that you don't have. Because I know that some people will look at like, oh, I wish I had this or I wish I had that. But then you also think, oh, I have a roof over my head and I have a bed to sleep in. And that's just a great thing that you should be able
That's
to
gratitude.
And
Yeah.
you, Brody, you have a whole song called, I don't know what it's called, but
Get
it's
along.
like, why you up at 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
Your TikTok scrolling.
Yeah, it's called TikTok scrolling, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
TikTok scrolling.
Yeah.
Oh my
Where did that
God.
song come from? You're literally
So-
shouting out
so,
TikTok.
like, I was in the studio with at my friend's house, and I was in the studio, and this beat came on, and I heard like I was just na 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 na, and I was like, I don't know, I was thinking like why you up at 4 in the morning, but I didn't know what to put next, and I was like, people are just up, just scrolling on TikTok, next video, next video, next video, and I was like, what if I just put a message out there where it was like, go to bed, get some sleep, go outside, like live your life instead of staying up like from 11 in the morning to 4 in the morning, just scrolling on TikTok, just nonstop, and just skipping breakfast, lunch, dinner, all of that, just scrolling on their phone. And I've seen that from a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Well, they'll be at an important thing, and right as it gets boring, pull out their phone and just start scrolling on TikTok. So I was like, what if I put a message out there where it was like, why, like the chorus, why are you up at 4 in the morning when you're just TikTok scrolling? So That's kind of what.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Have you heard it?
No.
Dude, okay, I'm gonna play it.
We
before
should.
you
Yeah,
leave.
we
We
should
gotta
play
play
it.
it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But it's just like you guys are literally like what we want to just spread to the masses. Like you guys, the way you think, it's like old school, but like it's not though. It's just like you guys are just aware. You guys have such good awareness, and even what you were saying before about like being grateful and not dwelling on the past and like looking towards the future. You guys have such a strong mindset at such a young age. Like everything that you guys stand for and what you embody and what you practice. It's all things that are gonna just excel you guys forward, and we already know that they're gonna be stars. And you guys know, but you're so humble. Like you guys are so humble, and everything you're saying. I mean, it can be a testament to your parents, and I'm sure you guys love them with your whole heart, and they love you, obviously. So just how you guys are as a family, and what you're aware of, especially with social media, because it's something that we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
In prior episodes about how social media has changed society, and like you said, just up scrolling at 4 a.m. when you can be doing so much better things with your time if you are up that late or getting sleep and getting up early and being productive. And you guys just really
I have a
inspire
pretty
me.
interesting
Thank
question
you.
because you guys are, to me, out of the norm of what I would expect an 11 and a 9-year-old to be like. Do you guys feel like different than your peers? Like, do you feel like you are like, I don't really want to act like this or be like this, or I've learned this from my parents, or like how do you guys like feel literally being like young adults, because that's how you guys kind of act?
Yeah.
Is that
Well, so what do you mean?
like I don't know, it's just you guys are so, to me, like the way that you guys like speak and carry yourselves is just very different than what I normally like interact with in your age. So I didn't know if you guys are leaders. So I feel like there has to be points in school and in your life where you guys are leaders to your friends, and you're like, hey, like why don't we do stuff like this, or why don't we think about stuff like this, or
Why don't we get
spend
off our
time
phones
like
and go
this?
outside?
Yeah. Like I can just see you guys being that way. And I know that for me, growing up, I would have loved to have friends like that. So maybe it's not really a question, but more of a statement that I can tell that you guys are just leaders to everyone, to me, to him, to adults, to kids, to everyone that you guys are around. You guys are just leaders.
What is it like in school?
Thank
I don't really know.
I'm homeschooled. I have
You're
no idea.
homeschooled.
Do you like being
Yeah.
homeschooled?
Yeah, do you like it?
I mean, it's better than normal school. I
Sure.
mean, yeah, lunch is better.
Who usually makes lunch, mom or dad?
Mom,
Mom
and
usually?
then sometimes my dad will just make steak and stuff, and I'll just have some.
Sounds like a dad thing.
Yeah. I
carnivore
go to
and
real
stuff.
school. Yeah, I go to real school. It's nice. I mean,
You like it?
yeah. So you know how I do like tumbling and stuff?
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, Everly, can you teach me this? And I'm like, yeah, of course. They're like, they're like, can you teach me? I'm like, yeah, what do you want me to teach you? They're like, you could teach me this and that. You're just like so good and I love you. I'm like, that means so much. Like, thank you. And yeah.
That's amazing. I don't know if I know that you asked me a question, Everly, and I was wondering if Brody had any questions for me or Matt that you wanted to ask us while we're on the hot seat too, because we're here for all the things.
Honestly, I didn't really think
You
of
didn't
that many
prepare?
questions on
Well,
the
I have a
spot.
surprise for you guys.
But
Ooh.
I mean,
Everly's face.
but I mean, one off the top of my head, it's like, how do you feel like being with all these like meeting all these celebrities and like seeing what it's like to? Because I just saw the other day you were on. What's that one famous YouTuber's name? And you were on wearing Desi's brand.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick Nacerita. Shout out Nick.
Hey.
It's a really good question. And, But it's just how do I feel being like around it all?
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
I mean, I don't really like treat anyone differently. You know,
Mhm.
like I like to treat everyone as just, a human being, right? Like whether they're well known or not. Like everyone has feelings, everyone has emotions, and honestly, like people that are like kind of well known, sometimes they just like to be normal. Like they have such a, known face, and they get, people coming up to them all the time and saying what's up and asking to take a picture, and people fanboying or fangirling over them, and it could be a lot, right? And they're cool people. Obviously, it's fun to hang around them. The cameras are on, and we're doing funny stuff, and it's
Yeah.
cool. But I feel like the way I like to just be around people like that, Nick, Bryce Hall, like some of these other guys that I'm around, is just like they're just another regular person. They've just been doing what they do for so long that they've been able to build an audience, and they are well known, and like I said, people come up to them all the time, but at the end of the day, like they just want to hang out sometimes too, and
Just like chill, be
and just
normal.
chill, yeah. So
Mm.
for me, it's just like I just like to treat everyone with respect, and I don't really like to go over the top. Desi knows I'm kind of like laid back and can be super just chill, and I think especially around people like that, like from time to time they just want like a chill vibe, and they don't want the cameras on, and they just want to like hang out and just
And you just
talk.
learn everyone's just like a normal person. Like
Yeah.
everyone just is like living their lives.
Sure.
It's just some of them are just everywhere. And
Yeah.
everyone
You
can
see them
what you
everywhere,
see.
and then when people see them out, they want to go take a picture with them, or
They're like, oh, I took a picture with them.
yeah. But at
it's
the end of the day, like
they're
for
normal.
right,
Exactly.
but for them, like it gets it's every single day, and I guess just from my opinion, I don't know, like it could be a lot for them, and
Mhm. Yeah.
but that's a great question, because when you, especially in the music space, you're putting yourself out there, you're creating content, you're singing on stage, people are seeing your face. It's going to happen, where people are going to start recognizing you, and you just kind of have to deal with it, honestly, and just understand like that's part of the business that you're in. But I feel like you guys have it going on where you guys are going to enjoy it, and you guys will have your personal time, and you guys will be
Yeah.
good. But that's a great
That's a
question.
great message.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we have a surprise.
Well, wait.
This is something that we do every episode. You want to do it?
Sure.
What?
We do this every episode.
Yeah, you want to
And
Scared.
Don't be scared. It's cool.
yeah, only be a little scared. It's fine.
It's like food. I'm
So
hungry.
this is the Bittersweet Podcast,
Alright.
and we want to do something funny with our guests every episode. And so we have all of our guests try some of the world's most
Yes.
sour
Oh
candy.
my god. Oh my god. I'm so ready. Yes. sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I love it. I love
What
it.
are their options?
Yeah.
Tell
I
them.
Yeah,
love
yeah.
this.
Oh gosh.
Okay. I'm ready.
No, because what's happened? I've had so much of those where my back teeth like hurt when I have them.
Yeah.
my
All right, do you want toxic
my-
waste or warheads?
I've had like 20 of those.
Toxic
so I'll have the
waste.
toxic
I'm
Toxic
saying
waste?
toxic waste.
Toxic waste for both of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should. Okay.
Are you
we
gonna
should
do
do
it?
this.
Or-
Yeah, we're
so
gonna do it with you.
Yeah,
we
we'll
should
do it.
do. We should all have one and try it at the same time, and then try and not make a face. And whoever makes a face first, like.
Okay,
Loses?
we're gonna do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All
All right, we have flavor options.
I'll go
Okay.
We have lemon.
Lemon.
Lemon. We have black cherry.
Cherry.
Black cherry.
It's
Watermelon.
my ASMR moment.
Lemon. There's green in here.
I love green.
Green is apple. There's also blue. Blue is blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry.
Blue
probably.
raspberry?
Yeah.
What if it's like super good and I just
sorry.
want another one?
I'll do apple.
You got it?
You want another one? Here, have another one. Don't worry about it.
Me?
Oh, I found it.
You
But
found it?
Oh, I thought you went.
Yeah, I think Brody needs two because he has them all
Here.
the time.
All right, you know what?
Rabbit.
Yeah, give me two. I think that's because
no, Brody, we need to all
no,
be
I'll
even.
still do no reaction with two.
Okay.
All right.
I'm that confident.
Okay, he's a confident
let's
guy.
open
That's what
it,
we
but
talked
don't
about
eat
it.
it yet.
Confidence. We talked about confidence.
I have like a double one. It's like
Interesting.
Yes.
All right, so
They may,
first one
they
to
may
make
have
a-
melted
I'm
my
ready.
car a little bit.
First
Oh,
one to make
yeah.
a face loses.
All right.
Okay,
Ready?
ready?
Hold on, wait, I'm not ready. It's stuck. All right, I'm ready.
scared.
On Everly's 3.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Why's it funny? It's not that bad.
Yeah, this is not sour for me.
It might be a face. I think Desi loses.
Of course, Desi makes a face.
It's like
No, these are not sour as Warheads.
No, they're not. We gotta upgrade. We gotta do better.
We gotta
Yeah.
upgrade. They have this one. We'll be back for you guys. We're gonna do this again, and you guys are gonna get the heat. But there's this one video that we watched that it was like the most sour candy in the world, and people were literally like crying. We should just get that one.
Yeah, we
Seems
should.
fair.
You took 2, right? Are you chewing on it?
Yeah.
What? Oh my god. Okay, you want the whole bag?
Yeah, you
Like-
wanna just go, you wanna
I like
go
them.
crazy?
you like them, yeah. I mean, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good. Yeah, they're not that sour.
Okay, well.
Everly.
Yes. Whoa.
what?
Nothing.
I'm gonna ask you the most cliche question ever.
Okay, I'm ready.
What do you
I have
want to
an
be
answer.
when you grow up?
What do I want to be when I grow up?
Yep.
I want to be a singer and a songwriter. And so I don't want to be a gymnast because, I love gymnastics and I feel like that's a great thing right now. But I don't want to be one when I grow up. But I think I still, I think it's really cool. So I think performing and dancing and doing gymnastics, and that'd be so cool. So, Benson Boone,
Mm-hmm.
you know him? Yeah, he does backflips at his performances, and he does crazy things. So I kind of want to do that and do backflips during my performance.
Oh, this was sad.
Oh,
I gave him another one.
wait, can I try one of those?
Wait,
Wait, I want to try.
Can we get
Wait,
it? Can we
I want
get
to
it?
try one of those. Can I try one of those?
Oh my.
Which
This
one was
one's
that?
bad.
That was watermelon. Let's see. Damn.
I'm like
Alright.
crying.
I love the watermelon.
We got him.
Oh my gosh.
Damn,
This
yeah,
one
that,
was
Wait.
bad.
that was crazy.
You can throw it to me this time.
Oh
I'll
my.
You
catch
gonna
it.
catch it?
I'm ready for it. Oh.
Before you eat that watermelon thing, I wanted to ask, what was the hardest?
My bad.
Under. It's like
What was the hardest gymnastic trick that you've learned? Because you're always practicing, and what made you get it right? How do you have that determination in you when you're falling and you go again and you go again? And what would you tell someone who's constantly falling so they can get the trick in gymnastics or in life?
it's
I
under.
don't know. So that's a great question, Desi. I love that question because cartwheel. Oh, my tongue is. Anyways, doing cartwheels and round-offs and stuff, that was pretty easy for me. But once I got to back walkovers and front walkovers, that was easy. But when I got to a back handspring, it was pretty hard. I was trying, and I keep kind of falling on my head, and my dad kept spotting me. And once I did this thing where I make little tickets, and I put 8 a.m. performance, Everly Rybar, time, when she's ready or whatever, and I give them out whenever my mama's company or my dad, and then I'll give it to them, and I'll give it to them, and then I'll do it outside. And my dad once spotted me in my back handspring, and he spotted me, and then I just did it. I did it, and I just did it, and I was so proud of myself. But I fell a lot of times, and I kept getting frustrated and angry and stuff, but I just kept going and kept going and kept going, and once you keep trying and trying, you'll get it one day. I promise.
So it's just about not giving up.
Yeah, I could do round off back handsprings now, and right now I'm practicing my back tuck, and I'm so close. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna get
Not
it.
gonna get
Well,
that.
Yeah.
I remember like how it went. We took these tickets, and Everly wanted to do 2 back handsprings, but my dad didn't know that, so he spotted her, did one, and then he stepped back, and Everly called my dad over, but he didn't see it, and she goes, "Never mind," and just sent it and did it, and
what I was talking
we were
about.
all like, when we were freaking out, and then she was like shocked while the music was still playing, but she just kept going, and it was crazy how, like, she's been doing it for like almost a month, and she kept doing it when I would spot her sometimes, my mom would spot her, my dad would spot her, and seeing her just do it on her own was kind of crazy.
It's incredible.
And that's so
Yeah.
freaking awesome because you guys don't even know you're building, like, that's how you
It's the
do
habits.
life.
Yeah.
Is you just keep doing it and you keep falling, you keep doing it, keep falling, and then you get back up and you get back up and you get back up, and then you're doing back handsprings by yourself. But
Because you
technically
said it
in
before,
life.
it's like
thanks.
you know, you don't want to mess up. Like you said, you know, when you were saying how, you know, you inspire your sister and you want to set the right example and you don't want to mess up. Of course you don't, right? But it's going to happen. And it's natural. You're going to mess up. You're going to fail. You're going to have to spend a month trying to do your back hamstring before you get it. You're going to have to spend, you know, a year doing music or working on a song or spending, you know, a month or 2 on a song before you get it down to where you want. And like, that's just life. It's life in business. And as you grow older, as you guys start businesses and as you do different things,
Pretty bad.
it's I just love the messages because it's it's life. It really is.
Yeah.
And you just have to keep doing it over and over and over again, and you can accomplish anything you want. You really can, as long as you don't give up on it and you just continue to try and learn from your mistakes and say, okay, I messed up here because X. Why did I mess up here? What went wrong? Where can I improve? And if you continue to work on that every single day and understand where you're messing up, there is literally nothing, absolutely nothing in this world that you can't accomplish. And with the mindsets that you two have, I mean, you guys could literally do whatever you want.
I'm really curious, Brody, who's like someone you look up to? Like, who are your role models?
I've
that you
been
look
waiting
up
for
to?
this question the whole time.
And why?
Yeah.
So my like number one is probably Jake. Do you guys know
Oh yeah,
like,
I love his
JVKE?
music. Yeah, I love him.
I-
Oh my gosh, I
it's-
want to see him live.
Yes,
So bad.
so bad. He's just amazing because
He's great.
it's something that he does where live you'll see his stuff and he'll just do these certain movements and certain eye raises and certain like things he does with his hands and the way he holds the microphone and the way he sings his songs or performs and walks the stage. It's just crazy. And then his content that he puts out. The song could be horrible, but the content makes the song good. Like when his most popular song, it was called like Golden Hour.
Yeah.
Like
I have a cover of
it's
that.
your golden hour. He did that song, and at first I didn't really think that song was that good. But you see the content that he puts out, and it makes it catchy. Like the edits and the certain transitions and the movements, it makes him so good, and like a person to collab with would like put a very good like thing in your life. How do I
Yeah.
like a good person to be in your life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
be
like-
to
Support
be,
system.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Or
yeah.
someone you can like kind of like
A
rock and,
collaborator,
like, do the
yeah.
do the same,
Yeah,
but in your
or
own way.
someone you could even look up to.
Yeah.
Like it's be like I want my video to look like that.
Yeah.
Like that's okay because your video can be on your own, but his videos are like so crazy where it's like edits and like the studio skits that he does. It's just really crazy how good it is.
For sure. Yeah.
And then also Justin Bieber, and like he's also a really good person to look up to. And then I also look up to the Kid Leroy. He's
Yeah.
like a really good artist, and he has like good rasp in his voice and stuff.
Nice. No, they're I
I like
love
your taste.
Yeah, I like Jake a lot. I wanted to
Yeah.
go see him in Cali like a few months ago. I didn't get to, but I love his
Really?
music too, and I love his content too. And I have a cover of his song "Golden Hour," by the way. Totally did that. No, that's awesome. What is the content life in your household right now? Do you guys make content? Are you allowed to make content? What's the thing?
From last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, I put this paper on my door for when I come out my room every morning. It shows like content ideas. So sing your songs like a live performance like in your room. That's one. And then it's like go on a chair and have my mom film me and talk about mistakes I've made and stuff that you should avoid or stuff that you could do to promote your videos. And I just have a list of all of these things that I should do for content because I'm making content every day now with like my mom's phone or my iPad or something. And that list really helps me because one day I'll be like, all right, I'm going to do this. And then the next day, all right, I'm going to do that. And it really helps me.
Do you guys have your own phones?
We both have iPads.
Okay.
I don't have a phone.
I can't have
good.
phone
Good.
till
It's a
I'm
good thing.
16.
Good.
Yeah.
Shout out mom and dad.
Yeah.
Good.
Shout out.
Good. We're gonna keep
That's
it that
such
way.
a good tactic. Wait, I might actually
That is a
steal
really good
that
tactic,
from
actually.
you. Because
Nope,
you just see,
my idea.
because you can see it. Yeah, I'll just put by.
Yeah, like I go on Google Docs and I type all these things out that I research and then print out papers. And it's just right there.
It's good because the more you see it, the more it like reminds you. And if maybe you're gonna walk in your room
Yeah.
and you're feeling lazy, you're like,
Right there, you see it
Yeah,
every
like
day.
the other day I walked into my room and I was just thinking, or I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like super bored. And then I looked at my door and I was like, I'm going to do that.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
and
great.
and then sometimes in my backyard right now there's a bunch of pollen. So I walked out there and I would be singing my song with like pollen falling
Oh,
down.
I bet that makes
from
your
the
mom really
trees.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really happy.
Covered in pollen.
Coming in the house.
Just like swimming in pollen.
Yeah, like our whole outside grass is just covered.
But it's so pretty because there's like a tree and it's like all yellow with pollen. And then there's a lot on the grass and it is gorgeous. Like I like to make like little dances, like
Yeah, I know.
you
I
know,
love
YouTube
them.
dances and stuff.
I love it.
And show my gymnastics in the videos and stuff. And I like to like do run throughs through that. It's so pretty. But I don't post any of the videos. I just save it to the drafts because I don't have a YouTube channel yet.
This girl's got drafts, y'all. Get ready.
Yeah, she has content for like months. It's actually crazy.
Everly, I want to ask you something, a personal thing between us.
Okay.
Okay. What is it like when we're like working together? When we're doing singing lessons together?
Oh, I absolutely adore it. I feel so loved and just shout out Desi right here. She's amazing, first of all. She's a songwriter. She's I could be naming for 10 months. She's amazing. Shout out Desi Murray. She's the best.
Shout out
Anyways,
Desi.
yeah, she just posted some music. She's amazing. Anyways, I love it when I work with you. I feel so loved and yeah, I love it because I learn so much from you. Like, and I like that you catch me in things. You're not just like good every time, and you like actually fix it. And I sound like 10 times better. Like I'm like, oh yeah, like before we do lessons, I'm like, oh yeah, I bet she's gonna be like, oh yeah, you're so good, like it's so great, and she's not gonna fix anything. And there's a lot to fix, and it's amazing. And then I'm like, wow, I actually did that. And now I'm like so blessed by you and so
Another
happy.
thing that I also love about Des is so when she did her song, that one Valentine's song, what's it called?
Oh, Make Love Love Again?
Make Love Love
Yes.
Again.
Yeah.
Best
So
song ever.
originally I was in the studio and she was in there for like 2 hours on this one part where it was like, I was like, oh, that's so good. And she was like, nope, that's wrong. And then she did it again and I was like, oh, and she was like, wait, that's wrong. And then she would keep making it better and better. And I was like, and I think mine is good. And then she just keeps going and the song turned out perfect. Like the draft I thought was great, but then she, at my house, she took the song and she changed the whole thing up.
Scrapped the whole thing.
Yeah, she
After
was
spending
at the
hours
house
on it.
for like 5 hours
Yeah.
and then she scrapped the whole thing. And I was like,
Nope.
yeah, she was just like, wow, nope. And then the other song ended up being amazing. Kind of better, but
It
I
is
did
better
like the
because
other one.
I knew, first of all, Everly, you are so beautiful, and that just made my heart like explode. And
Thank you.
just like I'm a good teacher, you're a good student because you allow me to help you and to correct you, and you're so open in there, and I believe in you so much. And part of a good teacher is, I mean, when we were working on the national anthem the other day, I literally was we were going like word for word, and you were like, girl, and I'm like, girl, we gotta nick it every time, and it would be like 2 words in, I'm like, nope, 3 words, nope, start again, right? But now you moved on and you worked through it, and this is teaching you. And my teacher was like that with me. He was very hard on me. He was very nice and loving, and I'm always asking you how you are and all the things, and we hang out and we do cartwheels in the middle of our lesson, and we have flips and eat chips and all the things.
Flips and eat chips.
Yeah, we do. We take our little breaks. That's and awesome. I teach her things, but I learn a lot about life working with you when I'm teaching you, and that's why I love working with you, because you talk to me, you're like, these girls at school, and I'm like, what did the girls do at school? Tell me, Everly. And so you just teach me so much about life, and it's so cool to coach you because I get to grow with you, so we get to grow together. That's like the best type of partnership or any type of friendship there can possibly be ever. So I love that.
Thank you.
To you, yes, and I'm glad that you noticed that, because now that I've been making music for a long time, like, I'm definitely like, if I don't think it's amazing, I'm not going to put it out. And if I don't think it's amazing, it's not good enough. Like, I don't care if I spent 6 hours making a song. I literally made half of a song at his studio and went home, listened to it in the car, and I was like, I hate it. Yeah. And but I knew the concept of the song, and then I ended up making the one that is now that I literally absolutely love.
Make love.
Which, by the way, I don't know when this is coming out, but that song's coming out in 2 weeks, so it's gonna be out on all platforms on the 31st. It's coming out on last Friday, 2-year anniversary, and I'm performing it live acoustic version. So if anybody wants to come experience that, I'm pretty sure Blake Wisner's going to play the guitar, and we're going to do an acoustic live version.
That's pretty fun.
Oh, I'm coming. I don't care if it's 21 and over. I'm coming.
But yeah, that's what, and you guys are going to do that, but that's what it takes sometimes, is to just, I want to do everything 100%. And that's something that I pride myself in, that I try to do everything 100%. I don't always get to do that, but that's always my intentions when I do stuff. So that's a good note to make. And I love you guys for shouting me out today, because I had a hard morning this morning. So this is like the best hour of my life.
You can never be too old to learn. Exactly. You know?
Yes.
Like, even us, like, we learn from you guys all the time. Like, you might not realize it, but even just sitting here in the past 40 minutes, whatever it's been, like, I've learned so much from you guys.
Thank you.
You know, it's always important to just, as far along as you guys get, just always keep that student mindset. And that's, like you said, like, it's so important. Like, so, you know, you can have a good teacher, but to be a good student, like, you got to be accepting of the criticism. You know, you have to be open and willing to receive the criticism, because if it's someone like Desi, and most of the people that will be around you guys, it's always people that want the best for you. And just knowing that the people that are around you want the best for you, and if they're telling you something that you can improve on, always taking that with, like, open arms and acceptance and being vulnerable. You know, it's just an important thing. And again, we learn that every day. Yeah, making sure in our business to be vulnerable, to be open, to listen to feedback. It's all really important. Yeah. I mean, I'm already preaching to the choir. You guys are.
They're like, we know.
Yeah, like, tell me something I don't know. God damn it.
Guys, we have a few minutes left. I know you guys have to run because you're superstars and have superstar things to do after this podcast. But anything, you never know who's going to see this. You never know who's going to listen to this. Anything that you guys want to say to any audience members, if you had one word of advice, one thing that you live by, what would that be?
Keep going. Keep it going.
Believe in yourself. Don't stop. Like, just believe in yourself. Have faith in your dreams, you know? Follow your dreams. That's, like, the real thing.
I love it.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for this amazing experience, crazy podcast. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it too.
Great.
This has been so fun.
I've been wanting to do a
so
podcast.
This honestly might have been my favorite episode yet.
No, yeah, and it'll be one of many. We'll have you guys back for sure.
Yay.
And we love you guys, and we can't wait to put this out.
What if we did, like, the one chip challenge next?
Oh my, yeah.
The spiciest chip in the world.
Yeah. We gotta bring more food stuff in here. We're gonna work on it.
Yeah.
We take, like, one little piece, and we're just dying.
Oh, God.
We're just chugging milk.
Wait, Des, I just got a text.
What?
My mom just got her hat.
Oh,
don't know if you can see it.
I love it so much.
Oh, that's sick.
I'm gonna
Shout out my
FaceTime
mom.
later. Shout out to his mom who bought some of my merch. And if you guys are still listening to this, please subscribe to the podcast. We are a growing podcast, and we are here to literally bring the best of the best people on here to talk about the real things about life, to talk about bittersweet moments, happy, sad, all in between, and to inspire you guys every single day. And if you guys didn't know, if you live under a rock, I'm running a mental health clothing brand. And you can guys go check it out at bittersweetlifestyles.com. It's all around this room. And remind you that it's all mental and to always choose happy no matter what you're going through. There is always something positive that you can look at. I know that it's not easy. I struggle with it myself. But let me tell you, it is better than doing the other thing. So go check it out. Wear some positivity fashion. That is what it is. And we'll see you on the next episode.
See you next time.
Yay!
Thank you, Everly and Brody. Thank you guys.
You.
Thank you.
All right, hold on. Let's do one more outro, but we whisper. Everybody, have a great day. This is better than Joe Rogan. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
He said.
Have a great day.
Dude, what if we did
Let's go.
what if we did a whole episode just whispering?
Oh my gosh, that'd be hard because I'm like loud.
I think we need headphones because I can barely hear you guys.
Yeah, neither. Okay.
Bye-bye.